words without pictures. Aristotle. This quote from a long, long time ago still holds true today. We see the truth behind the fact in books, conversation, poetry, speaking events, and any other encounter that involves stringing words together to create meaning. No word exists without pictures. Living in the age of media, how does that change things? Let's look into this using Starbucks, one of the big wigs, as an example. Starbucks uses visual social media on every platform they occupy. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. If they are on it, they are posting high-quality photos left and right. In order to understand why they are maximizing their effect on social media, let's take a look at their mission statement. The goal is to inspire and nurture the people around them through coffee. This goal sets Starbucks on a different level. They are not just here to sell coffee, they are here to inspire and nurture. Now, how does this affect their social media strategy? Let's take a look. First, let's answer the question, why visual social media? The common saying in storytelling is show, don't tell. This means that rather than giving a cut and dry statement, show the readers what is happening. Let them feel the cold wind nip at their nose instead of just remarking on how icy the air is. Visual social media uses the same concept. These organizations and companies are showing the customers what they are selling rather than just telling. Starbucks does a great job at this. 3 big themes I noticed on Starbucks social media accounts are 1. Flat lays, photos taken from an aerial perspective of various objects. 2. Lifestyle, Starbucks is preaching a certain lifestyle that they are trying to appeal and relate to through their photos. And 3. Cross-cultural photos and references. Starbucks is all over the world and embraces that. They celebrate the destination from which their coffee is from and often post photos displaying the different branches of Starbucks across the world to show that this is bigger than America. Here's an example of a lifestyle photo. We see a married woman reading a book while drinking her morning coffee. It's not difficult to want whatever is in this picture. Starbucks does an interesting job at showing people something and then selling them one thing in the photo. Here we have an example of a cross-cultural photo. A young man from Shanghai is making a latte. This aspect of Starbucks is very effective. We see a new culture enjoying the same coffee we Americans drink. With different social media accounts designated for different countries and cities, Starbucks makes sure that people know where they come from. And lastly, here we have a flat lay. On display are some Starbucks cookies, a travel mug, and Valentine's notes. These photos have become very popular in the minimalist world we live in. Speaking of which, let's see what the fans are up to. Fans of Starbucks are loud and caffeinated. These fans post daily and are loyal to no end. The common phrase, if you didn't take a picture of your coffee, did you even go to Starbucks, is very popular in these circles that run fast on coffee and Instagram likes. Just scrolling through the Starbucks Instagram page where people have tagged them in photos, you can see how many fans have embraced the visual social media culture that Starbucks is creating. The fans are all for continuing the visual social media in their own way. They post flat lays and lifestyle photos, selfies, and groupies. Starbucks is not lacking in word-of-mouth advertisement. The Starbucks Pinterest page is filled with different kinds of visual media. This photo, for example, explains how different coffees are made. There are plenty more photos that do the same thing. This interesting technique is aimed more at the die-hard coffee fans and debunks the idea that Starbucks coffee is generic and not a legit cafe for coffee aficionados. YouTube shows the ways that Starbucks is inspiring and especially nurturing neighborhoods. The featured video on their YouTube account tells the story of how they are employing a town in Costa Rica to farm coffee beans. This enriches the Starbucks experience. They often display where the coffee is from currently, which adds meaning to the cup. This video shows that Starbucks is committed to nurturing a community through coffee, even a community all the way in Central America. One of the recently self-proclaimed competitors of Starbucks is McDonald's. I would say the difference between the two on social media mainly comes from the fact that McDonald's has more to focus on than just coffee. So Starbucks, though they are a small company simply in terms of variety, can be more focused and specialized in one area like coffee. Going through McDonald's photos, you can see the similarities, but they simply just do not post as often. Dunkin' Donuts is another obvious competitor. Here we see a simple photo advertising their newest collection of coffee. Something different about Dunkin' Donuts is the fan base. Have you ever seen someone with an artsy picture of their Dunkin' Donuts coffee? I think this is because the aim is different and so is the demographic of customers. Starbucks is all over the world, and now, with social media, they can be even more widespread. Starbucks has perfected their methods with visual social media and is now reaping the benefits. Starbucks is good at what they do. They make good coffee, they support their workers well, they create jobs, they nurture and inspire. They do all these things well, and to top it off, they show it to their fans in a way that is interesting, fast, and understandable. Starbucks uses visual social media to expand upon the community and fan base they've created through inspiring and nurturing. One person, one cup of coffee, and one neighborhood at a time. Thank you.